Hey guys, I wanted to talk about this laptop, and I talked about it before. I made a video called "Why Would You Buy a HP 6360 Probook" back in 2021, and I've been using this laptop for now, I guess, over 2 years now, maybe really 3. But I posted that video 2 years ago, and I wanted to say today I'm still using it, and it still is my daily driver. For good reasons. And I noticed that a lot of you guys really liked that video, and a lot of you really went out and bought this laptop because of the video I did on it. And I say thank you guys, because I mean, this is really a great laptop, and now it's 2024 and I think it's still a great laptop. It's still usable in 2024. If you have any questions if it's still usable, yes, it is. Basically, you could do the same thing that you did, last year or the year before. It's still usable in 2024, and I'm going to show you why. And I'm trying to get a good view on this, so you can see it. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite. This is probably one of my favorite 13-inch laptops out there. And the reason for that is, I mean, there's so many great things you can say about this laptop. And even though this laptop is 12 years old, yes, 12 years old, you can still do the basic things that you would normally do on a newer laptop, right? But this one still has enough power, and it still can handle enough RAM where you can do just about any basic video editing, streaming video with no problem. And it's still a lot better than a lot of the PCs that you would buy today, especially the budget kind. Any PC costs anywhere from $300 to $400, even by today's standard. This thing can still perform or even outperform those laptops, those budget laptops that you could buy today. And I'll show you why. But yeah. For one thing, this has a great keyboard. I don't know if there's other laptops. There's Lenovo. I have used just about every laptop out there. Acer. What's the other brand? Toshiba, yeah. I have used their laptops, and their keyboards are okay, but they're not great. But I use also Toughbook, their keyboards, their laptops. And I have to say, HP still make great keyboards. And I would say they are second best. Number one would be, of course, Lenovo. And I'm talking about the original keyboards that are on the 430. I'm not the 430, but the 420, 520, 510, 410, 420. With the full size keys, not the chiclet style keys, but the regular size keys. Those were great keyboards that Lenovo used for those laptops. But even by today's standard, this is a great keyboard. It's a chiclet style keyboard, and there's a lot of key travel. So the key travel is very deep on a laptop like this. Again, this is a 13-inch laptop, and the key travel is great. It feels just the same as it would on a larger 14-inch version of this. So that's one thing. It has a great keyboard, and also what I like about it, the keys last pretty well. They don't have any shiny spots, after a long period of use like Lenovo does. So they last a lot longer, I think, than Lenovo laptops. That's one thing I like about it. And another thing, what really separates this laptop from a lot of laptops out there, or even, by today's standards, the fact that this still has a built-in optical drive. It's small enough that you could take with you, but at the same time, it has a built-in drive which allows you to do so many things with this laptop. And here it is. And a lot of you guys don't use optical drives, and you probably say, why do I need an optical drive, or why do I need a laptop that has one? For one reason, this will give you more storage space. Not only that, but you could actually have two operating systems, have two separate operating systems on this laptop. For example, you could use this space as a storage drive and put an operating system such as Windows 7 or even Windows 10. But let's say you put Windows 7 on this drive right here. Then on your main hard drive, you can put Windows 10. And you have two separate operating systems. And what's great about that is the fact that if one of your hard drives gets damaged, you can always switch and boot to your second hard drive and still, continue working, which is a great feature. So that's great. You can use it as a storage device, or you could just watch movies with it because it's there. And another thing that a lot of laptops don't have today, none of them have, is actually a express card slot. And again, a lot of you might say, why do I need an express card slot, right? Well, let me tell you, this is probably one of the features that I like best, because by having an express card slot, it allows you to do so many things to this laptop. You can actually add a graphic driver, you could add a sound card, or better yet, you could add another card reader, an SD card reader. And this is what I actually done to this. So this having this express card slot right here, let me show it to you. Pops out, you just press in and it comes right out. This is an express card reader right here. This is for reading SD cards, so I guess you call it SD card reader adapter. But yeah, and look at this. Actually removed it, but you could put a SD card in here and use this as a dual SD card reader, which means you could use this device to store even more space on your laptop. Let's say you have one hard drive, right, and you need more space because you do a lot of video editing, and video editing takes up a lot of room, uses gigs and gigs of data. Well, you could put a another SD card, like a 32 gig or 64 gig or 128 gig in this, and you will have more storage space. And this is what I use this for. Let me see if I have a SD card to show you quick. This up here. So yeah, you just take this like this. You can do it either way, but your SD card fits in here like that, right? And you just put it into the express card reader. Let's see. And this is a full-size express card adapter. I think it holds 54 millimeter, and which is a large, and this is actually smaller, but it holds both sizes. So you just put it in, and there you go. Now you have added anywhere from 64 gigs to 128 gigs more of space for this laptop. And I don't know what is the maximum, I guess the maximum size that this reader will read, but maybe it might go up to 256 gigs, but it definitely works with 128 gigs. So if you are low in space, you can still add a second SD reader for it and still have more room. Let me see if I can. And you have to remember, there's a lot of these express card SD readers that you can buy online, but some of them are made where the SD card kind of sticks out. It doesn't fit all the way in flush, and there are others. I have actually both, where I have another one where you can actually put the SD card in and it would fit flush. But you have to be careful the ones that you buy, because some of them don't. They kind of stick out like this, but others are flush. They sit in flush. But again, this is a great ideal. This is a great feature. You can use two SD cards. You can use one for storage and one to get your files, or if you're someone who takes photos, you can use this just to download your photos from your camera to your laptop. And then you can use the other one to store all your important information or your data. So it's another good reason to get a device like this, because you can use it for storage, memory, or even use it as a sound card. They do make sound cards that would fit this express card slot, and I think Creative makes those sound cards. So you can buy those devices, and it would just work great with this laptop. And these things are, most of them are plug and play, just to let you guys know. So you don't need to install any drivers. I think one of them do, but this one is plug and play, and it just fits right in, and it's fast too. I forgot to mention that. So if you're someone that likes to edit videos and you don't want to take up the space on your main hard drive to edit videos, to copy them to there, you could just leave them on an SD card like this, put it in your adapter, and you can edit your videos from there. I have did that for years, and this is how I save space on my hard drive. Because every time when you edit a video, you have to, a lot of times I used to upload it to my hard drive. It would take up space. But I just edit them directly on this card, because this adapter is fast enough where you can edit your videos, you can save them, export them, or whatever with no problem. And today these, SD cards are really fast, so you can do that as well with no problem. So that's another feature. And let me see. The first video that I made, I went over the ports, but I'm going over them again really quick. I got about a few minutes left, so I guess I can, But again, you have so many ports on a device like this, because again, this is a thick laptop. It's not thin like a lot of laptops are today. But I mean, look at the ports you have. You have the Ethernet port, VGA port, display port, and what's really great about the display port is the fact that you get both, not only video, but you get audio as well. So again, you could buy a cable that has a display connector on one end and an HDMI on the other end, and you can plug this up to your TV. So basically you can watch all your videos on your TV screen with audio using this port. So that's another great feature. Then you have, let me see, USB port. Then you have a combo. This is like a eSATA and USB port. You still can use this as USB port. It works great. Then you have here the FireWire port, which nobody really uses nowadays. So, but it's there if you do need it. And you got two jacks. You got an audio jack and you got a mic jack. And again, laptops today they have combo jacks now, and they don't have a separate mic jack. And what's great about having this mic jack is the fact you can buy a powered mic, and you can just plug it right in directly into your laptop and record your audio that way. You don't have to use a USB port. So that's another good feature. Let's see. And of course you have your SD card slot. Express card slot I mentioned earlier, right here, full size. And also optical drive. 2 more USB ports. And this is a modem port. So, this is for dial-up, and nobody uses dial-up now. But it's there if you ever need it for whatever reason. And on the back, there's nothing but the vent. And I have, as you can see, I don't have my battery plugged in because I was actually working on this. I was thinking about upgrading, so I removed the battery. And what's really great about this laptop, there's basically 4 battery options. That's right, 4 battery options that you can use with this. You have 2 battery options here, one a 6 cell and one a 9 cell that sticks out. And you also have this is made where you could actually add an extended battery basically to the bottom of this laptop, and it fits right on the bottom here. And I think they make 2 of them. One's like 9 cell, and I think the other one might be 6, but they have 2 more battery options or battery slices that you could put on here. So basically you can use 2 batteries at the same time. You can use either a 9 cell right here and another 9 cell, which gives you 18 cells batteries, 18 cells. And I think each battery is like 100 watt hours. The 9 cell is 100 watt hours, and the battery slice is 100, I think, or is it 90 watt hours? So it's so you're getting about 190 watt hours of power or of battery life, and that's crazy because there's no laptop, I don't think, today on the market that has a battery that's 190 watt hours. So you could put two batteries on this laptop at the same time, one right here and one underneath. It's going to make it a little bit thick, bulky, but it's going to give you a lot of battery life. And if they are new, and that's the thing that people make a lot of mistakes on with this laptop, they say the battery life is not really good. And that's because when they buy this laptop, they buy it with a used battery. But if you get a brand new battery with new cells, fresh cells, a 9-cell should last you at least 4 hours. It's going to last you maybe, I would say, 6 hours by today's standard, a 9-cell. So imagine if you had two 9-cells on here. That's 12 hours. So you should at least get anywhere from 9 to 12 hours if you are using two batteries on this laptop. And remember, they have to be new. Their cells have to be, you know, fresh or not old. And it's going to give you that type of battery life. So, you know, that's another reason why to still purchase this laptop in 2024. And one more thing I wanted to mention. This is really a rugged laptop. That's all I can say. It's very rugged. I have dropped this laptop accidentally so many times, and it still works. But as you can see, does the lid close all the way? Yeah. But you can kind of see there are a little bit of dents somewhere and scuff marks here from dropping it. And this laptop is so durable. You don't have to worry about it breaking or losing your data when you drop it. It's very durable. And there's technology in here that if you do drop this laptop while you are using it or while you are working on, you know, while the hard drive is being used, it will stop or pause the hard drive when it detects a sudden drop. So it's going to stop it and keep your hard drive from being damaged. And it does work, because I have dropped this over a dozen times. And I have never, not one time, lost my data or damaged my hard drive using this laptop. So again, this is another reason, you know, to get one of these. And probably the last reason, which I'm going to mention and close out pretty soon, because I've been on here for about almost 20 minutes, is that basically most laptops today don't have a removable panel. You have to use screws and take the laptop apart just to access the battery. You know, they don't have removable batteries anymore, or you can't even upgrade them. But this one is fully upgradable. So all you have to do to get to the hardware inside of here is just hit one button like this. Just slide one button and take the bottom panel off, and that's it. There you go. You could fully upgrade this laptop. You could upgrade everything from the Wi-Fi card to the processor. And I would definitely recommend this to anybody. If you have this laptop, please upgrade the processor, you know, because these only come with either, well, they come with 3 different processors that you can buy. It comes with actually a Pentium processor, which is the lowest level Pentium. I think it's a Celeron. And those are for the thin client. They have these as thin clients, and they come with the Pentium processor Celeron, which is very low powered, underpowered. But basically, they come with the i3, the Core i3, and the Core i5. Definitely get a Core i7. If you get a Core i7 with 8 gigs, with 16 or even 8 gigs of RAM, this thing is gonna just outperform a lot of laptops that's out on the market today. I'm talking about the budget or even the mid-range laptops. This thing will outperform if you upgrade your processor to a Core i7 and add at least 8 gigs of RAM. If you have 16 gigs of RAM in this thing, it's going to fly. I mean, it's going to just outperform just about, you know, a lot of these mid-range laptops that you could buy today on the market. It's going to outperform them. And this is what I have in this one. And it's really easy. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes at the most to upgrade this. Very easy. You just remove the fan first, and it's 2 screws here, and you just have to turn it at an angle to remove the fan. That's the hardest part, is trying to get the fan out. You just have to turn it at a certain angle and turn it up, and it comes right out. Then it's 4 screws. You take the 4 screws off, and that's the processor. You remove it, and make sure with your new processor you put that I forgot what that stuff that you call it, you put on it. That grease or that gel to keep it from overheating. Thermal paste. Yeah, you just put thermal paste on your new processor. You put it down in here, you lock it, and you put this fan with the heat sink back in it, and you screw it down and screw the fan down, and that's it. And again, it only takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Even if it's your first time doing it, it takes about 15 minutes. And it's so easy to do. It's more easier to upgrade the processor than it is to put a new screen in this. Because I found it difficult when I had to replace the screen in this laptop. And I found it very difficult to do for the way it was made. But when I upgraded the processor, it was so easy. So I would definitely recommend doing that to a Core i7. And they are really cheap right now. You can find one for $20 or under. You might be you might be able to find one on eBay for under 20, maybe for $15 or $17. When I bought mine 2 years ago, they were like $40, 35 to 40, and that's what I paid for it. But now you can find them for $20 or under, and it's definitely worth it. I can't tell you enough not to, I can't tell you enough. Please upgrade this laptop to a Core i7. And once you do that, I mean, it's gonna be able to do just about, use any program you want. You could do graphic programs, you could edit videos, you can do animation and stuff like that. It runs very well. And it performs very well. Just upgrade the processor to a Core i7. And I think that's about it. And again, you have you have 2 RAM slots. You have one, of course, on the bottom panel, and you have one underneath the keyboard. And I made videos of this, so I'm kind of not really talking too much about this because I made videos explaining all this and how to do all this. You have to search for them on my channel, but I have videos of explaining how to do everything, even upgrading the processor. I have made videos for all that. So this is why I'm kind of just going around the place, because I have already said all this before. So yeah, definitely this laptop is still usable in 2024. I mean, and again, it's one of my favorite laptops. It's small enough that you can take with you. And then, as I mentioned in my last video, if you have a dock, you just hook this up to a dock, and you got a desktop system, which is pretty powerful. Let's put this back on. It just snaps on. There you go, and that's it. So again, this is fully upgradable. You could add about 3 different storage spaces. Storage space in your optical drive, storage space in your express card slot, and of course your main hard drive. So that's 3 storage spaces you can use for your operating system and for all your data, or for editing videos. You can do all of that on this small machine. So I guess that's about it. And I may make a separate playlist dedicated to this laptop, just giving you guys everything what this thing can do. I might make that later. But yeah, this was my daily driver for nearly 3 years now, and I'm thinking about getting a 15-inch laptop. This is great to take with you. It's small, 13-inch. It has a small screen, so I want one that has like a 15-inch screen that I can use for doing graphics and photo editing. But yeah, if you just need one to take with you, or even to use this as a desktop, just get the dock for it, and you'll be happy with it. Yeah, just use this and get the Core i7 processor, and you will have a great desktop system that will perform very well. So that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I see you guys later. Goodbye.